Okay, Sandy, I am so excited to have you here today to share your story with everyone. As you know, I reached out to you and I told you that you have been selected. I have selected you as the monthly member in the Goddess Temple because of what you told me recently, how incredible or how incredibly transformational and successful your month of August was. And so I really wanted to share with everyone what happened to you? What's your story? And we're just going to make this really quick so that everyone can hear what happened to you, what was going on in your life, what were these transformations and accomplishments that you experienced, and what do you think was part of that? So tell us what's going on in your life right now.
So it's been really crazy. We moved to a new area in Burlington and bought a house that's a little bit older that we knew was going to have some rentals, but as anybody who's done rentals, it took 3 times as long. So what we naively thought would be a 2 to 3 week project ended up being 3 months. So within the midst of that, I was trying to build my doTERRA business, and it was just, I couldn't juggle everything. I just found it was very hard to try to stay on track and just be focused. I couldn't find myself focusing or planning out my time properly. So it seemed like I was just stuck in this really bad rut. And then, between, I have 2 young kids, so managing camp and everything else, it just seemed like there was a lot of juggling going on. And then August hit and I signed up for the Goddess Temple and just really started following along, and my business kind of took off. So thanks to Judy and the classes that she hosted. So we hosted one in June, and that's what kind of started the process. And then we had another one in August, and then it just blew up in August for me. And I ended up getting a builder on, or somebody, I'm in direct sales. So I ended up getting somebody on who wanted to build a business, who came in through the Goddess Temple and is overseas and very, very looking forward to expanding the business. And then I ended up getting Builder of the Month through doTERRA because they recognized that all of my hard work and like always logging in and making sure I was on every call. And even though it was super, super crazy busy with the rentals, I was tired, but I always made the effort every night to log in and check on any webinars that I missed and always following up. So I think that was, even in the midst of all the craziness, still making the time to do what I needed to try to slowly expand my business.
So what do you do full time?
So I work in an office full time.
Okay.
My hours are school hours, thankfully. So I'm there for my kids before and after school. That was a commitment I made last year.
Right.
Very, very big financial decision on us. It took a very big pay cut, but I found for my family, I needed to do that. There's a lot of personal struggles going on with my family that I needed to make that decision to be there for my kids. So as much as it's, I have school hours, that financial hit is really strong. So we have to be very careful with our money because of that.
And so you have this other business on the side called doTERRA. So what is doTERRA, just so the other people who are on here really know what it is?
Yeah, so doTERRA is a direct sales company, and they're a leading company of essential oils. So I make my own time, I schedule my own time, I build the business as I want. So it's a perfect fit for me because I just fit it into whatever my schedule is. And it's empowering people, teaching them how to use essential oils in their life, in their workplace, use it in any aspect of their life.
Beautiful. Okay, this really excites me because, as you know, I am a huge fan of multiple sources of income, increasing your income. So you're saying at work, you decided to sort of step down, create less hours so you could have more time with your family. But now you've got this side business, which hopefully, maybe, I don't know if that's one of your goals, but maybe one day become your full-time business, depending on how that works. Salary. Is that one of your goals?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Yes.
One of your goals is that this business completely takes off and this becomes your full-time business and creates massive abundance for you and your family because it's essentially it can turn into passive income for you. Whereas your current job, you have to be there to get paid. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. And there's no, it's a small company. So as much as I have flexibility, there's no room to grow. So I'm basically going to be stuck in this position till I retire. So I'm not looking forward to that long term as well. I don't have a passion for it. It's not my passion.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely essential oils and doTERRA is where my passion is, and that's where I will run with.
Awesome. And so you were given, so August was crazy. You had all this chaos going on in your life. You moved, old house, didn't expect so much work. You're putting all this work together. You've got these 2 little kids. They're off on summer break. You're dealing with all this stuff, but you got awarded with doTERRA in August. What was it called?
So my team awarded me the Builder of the Month.
The Builder of the Month. Okay, so was that also based on sales results?
Yes, it was. So it's based on success. So within that month, they they had ran an oil camp that I remember. So this oil camp, you would log in and it would walk you through learning essential oils. I was up sometimes to 1 o'clock in the morning doing this. And I won that oil camp as well as being the #1 for doing all the exercises, logging into every webinar, commenting on every post. So really making the effort to do that. And I think that's what kind of also pushed me towards learning a little bit more about it and just taking the next step. And then the builder of the month was for sales and for just activity level and just really making sure like I went to as much meetings as I could and just being really involved.
Committed and involved. Okay, so was that your best month, would you say?
Yes.
In terms of sales?
Yes.
So that was your best month. August
Yes.
was your best. So the craziest time of your life, chaotic, and yet it was your best month. Okay, so now let's talk about, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is huge. I'm sure that
Yes.
was like a huge deal for you to get of your entire team, for you to be considered, to have this beautiful accomplishment. So huge congratulations to that.
Thank you.
And now let's share for all these other goddesses. What do you think helped you to stay focused? What exactly did you do August and maybe even leading up to August to be able to make this happen?
So as I mentioned before, just trying to log in with direct sales, being at every single meeting that I possibly could, logging into every call, participating everywhere that I possibly could. I lost a lot of sleep, but it obviously paid off. So just making that my priority. But I would say the #1 thing was joining the Goddess Temple. And it wasn't only for the productivity side of it, it was the relationships and the abundance. Once I logged in and I started participating and just reading people's comments and what people were sharing and just the love on that group is what totally propelled me to like be more productive. That was 100% what gave me that extra boost of like energy to just really want to complete it. And the abundance thing, like I know you mentioned it before, people underestimate how it's such a small thing to just write a little bit of notes every day. But once I started doing that, stuff just started popping up for me. So that
abundance tracker, you mean the abundance tracker?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool. Okay. So this part here, the abundance tracker on your calendar, right at the bottom. Beautiful. Yeah. So you were keeping track every day of everything you felt was abundance. You were writing it on the weekly planner.
Yeah. And then just learning to, with doing that, I was learning to look at things in a different light. I'm Portuguese Catholic. It's very heavy with guilt and you're not supposed to succeed and very much that. So I've always lived my life like that and always tended to look at stuff in more of a negative light. So if somebody would say no in the direct sales marketing, I took that really hard. And I once joining the Goddess Temple and just really changing my mindset, it just made me not get as upset when those no's would come and just learn to not care so much about the business side of it, but it's the relationship side of it. So I've now started to approach it as being, business will come, it's always going to come, but it's what else am I getting from it? And for me with essential oils, it's teaching people how to use essential oils in their life, and the success that people are having with it and implementing it in their lives is coming back to me. And I think that's because I'm focusing more on abundance rather than what sales can I get.
Beautiful. So how you can help, how you can serve others, how you can teach them. I love that.
Yeah.
So when you say you were in the Goddess Temple every day, where were you? Were you in the Facebook group?
Yes.
Okay. So how often would you say you've been in the Facebook group? In there,
once a day, if not every day. I'm constantly checking the posts. That's constant. And then sometimes I would go into the actual website and get some of the spreadsheets. So I filled out some of that. The playbook too also came in handy. I mean, I've been using this for well over a year already. So ever since your first book, right? So I was already doing this, and then so this has already helped. And most of the spreadsheets and stuff that you have on your website was already in the beginning of the book. So I was doing that, and then the weekly one really helped me because part of the problem is I couldn't carry the book around with me every time. So this little sheet is what really helped me because I just tuck it in my purse and I could just pull it out instead of keeping the book in my car. And then I'm like, oh, I don't remember what I was supposed to do today, and I'd have to go to my car to go get it. So that sheet helped immensely just to have something more portable with me.
And how often would you say you've been actually completing the weekly planner?
Every week.
Every week. So every week since the beginning of the Goddess Temple for you, it's been about 6 weeks, I think. You've been completing this every week.
Yes.
Okay, great. And how often are you actually reviewing it every week? Or even daily? Is that something you do every couple of days? How often are you actually reviewing this?
I try to once a day, at least once a day, just to check in, because I find I get off track. So if I don't check in at least once a day, like to make the effort, I find it then it tends to be 2-3 days. So that's the very key point, is to check in once a day. And for everybody, it's going to be different times of the day. Some people would rather do it the night before, but that's the key for me. I would do when I would get to work, because the mornings are a little bit crazy for me. Yeah. Miracle morning, I'm working on that. But mornings are really busy for me. So I would check in when I would get to work. So once I'm at work and I have like a 5-minute break, I have my tea, I would quickly check, okay, what do I need to absolutely get done after work? And they would just put me in the right mindset, and then I could do my day job and leave there knowing I knew what to do once I was off of the day job and what I had to do for the doTERRA and my family.
Beautiful. So to sum it all up, you've had like literally the craziest, most chaotic time of your life, maybe.
Yes.
Moving into this new home, an older home, all this work that you didn't expect to have to get done. Literally living, if I remember, I remember you saying living out of one room for about a month with you and your kids and your husband as the entire house is being fixed.
Yeah.
Having this stuff go on in your life, all these rentals, all these changes, all this stuff, but then you were also had such an incredible, the best and most incredible jump in your doTERRA business in August.
Yes.
And so really you're saying it was being in the Facebook group, the Goddess Temple Facebook group, every single day, getting that encouragement and participating, and also filling out the weekly planner every single week and reviewing this and using it every single day. So that focus, is that correct in saying, and summing this up, has really helped you to really transform your life?
Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Like literally when I check in for the day, it's 10 minutes during the day. And it's not a lot of time. It's just making the commitment to do it. And I used to always make excuses, but now it's like I can't make excuses because now it's accountability through the group, right?
Yes. Yeah. I know, exactly. There you go. So it's accountability. So put your like goals in there, which is the best thing. And so what would you say, when you continue to do what you've been doing, what's going to happen? What is your goal in the next 3 months? Let's say, fast forward this, every single week you're doing this for another 3 months, because you've only been doing this for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What are your goals?
My number one goal would probably be to build awesome relationships. Above everything else, I'm really learning that the relationships and learning to make better relationships with people is key above everything else. It's not about the business. It's not about the money. It's the relationships for me, and the Goddess Temple has helped that very much with me, because I never really had that before. I never really had a group that I can go to and have a lot of good feedback on. I'm on moms groups, but there's tend to be pretty catty and pretty snarky with some of the comments. So I just love that I can go on and I get like all this feedback and all this positive energy. And, every time a new member comes on, everybody's like, hey, welcome. So that is really, really great. So yeah, number one is build and grow stronger relationships. And then second would be to expand my doTERRA business. So to be able to share these essential oils with people and just expand it. And anybody who wants to join this, amazing team and just grow with me, I'm really looking forward to that in the next couple of months.
And so expanding in 3 months, what would be, I'm gonna hold you to something measurable here. Is it like double where you're at right now? Is it a quarter growth? Is it double growth? Like what do you think is a good sort of measurable number within 3 months? Let's say by January 1st.
So for me, it would be to have 3 builders with me. So 3 people who want to build a business with me, who are solidly working towards that, would put me on a really good place. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's measurable. That's amazing. I love that. And anyone listening, Sandy has these incredible educational, inspirational, amazing events that she does in your home. Even if you're not in Toronto, I'm sure that you could do this through webinar or through something like this. So please reach out to her, because it's all about serving first. The universe will take care of you when you help others first. I promise you, it never fails. And that's what we did for Sandy. They're right. We did do that for 2 events, and we had the most amazing evenings. Every single woman that night came to me and said, that was beautiful. Thank you. And they came to me and said, when is the next event? And I thought, wow, this is great. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you, and I just congratulate you for everything you're doing. You're inspiring me, and I look forward to seeing you again in the Facebook group and on Sunday's call.
Yes, definitely. And thank you, Judy, for everything you do, for all the love and light that you send out.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.